responsive to your holistic homeopathic doctors that have been doing it for decades and decades and decades? You think there was no respect immediately there, not even an open ear for the conversation?
I think they thought I was a quack. I will say, when they sent in the stooge early in training camp to basically shame our team that we were 19th in the league in percentage of vaccinated people, I raised my hand and asked a few questions to challenge some of the things he was saying. You were in a different category, which involved some draconian measures and protocols that you would have to adhere to, which in my opinion were not based on science. Were more based in a shame-based environment.
Guys, what the fuck is going on this week in the NFL? Shit is just hitting the fan in NFL news all week, from the Henry Ruggs and Odell Beckham Jr. situation to now this Aaron Rodgers news exploding where the QB vehemently defends himself from his critics. And boy, does he have many.
He lied. He wanted... Kyrie was willing to suffer the consequences. Aaron Rodgers did not want the blowback that was going to come with the consequences of him not being vaccinated.
Aaron Rodgers is a liar. Period. He lied through his teeth with a smirk on his face.
Aaron got away with putting his team at such high risk, but what really bothers me the most is the shots of him maskless, shaking hands with the opposition game after game after game.
Run it back.
Anyways, before we begin, guys, I am doing a PS5 giveaway, and all you need to do to enter is be subscribed to the channel with all notifications turned on. So, Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show fiercely defended his stance to remain unvaccinated, saying that he did his own research and blasted the NFL for its draconian rules that outed players who questioned or wanted to forgo the vaccine. Players like maybe DeAndre Hopkins and Cole Beasley come to mind. So on the show, Aaron explained why he chose not to get the vaccine, stating that he had an allergy from one of the ingredients and that he consulted podcaster and UFC commentator Joe Rogan to discuss the different options available, and then dropped the political bomb when he said he was on Ivermectin. Now I'm sure both the left and right are gonna have a field day with that one. Anyways, Rodgers went on to say this here, and I think it's probably the most important part from this interview.
I realize I'm in the crosshairs of the woke mob right now, so before my final nail gets put in my cancel culture casket, I think I'd like to set the record straight on so many of the blatant lies that are out there about myself right now. And I appreciate the opportunity to tell my side of the story on here. First of all, I didn't lie in the initial press conference. During that time, it was a very, witch hunt that was going on across the league, where everybody in the media was so concerned about who was vaccinated and who wasn't, and what that meant, and who was being selfish, and who would talk about it, and what it meant if they said it's a personal decision. They shouldn't have to disclose their own medical information and whatnot. And at the time, my plan was to say that I've been immunized. It wasn't some sort of ruse or lie, it was the truth.
Rodgers then took shots at the NFL media for ripping him and made it a point to say he would have explained himself if anyone asked him to explain what he meant when he said he was immunized. But I'm gonna be honest here, Aaron was being pretty coy and knew what he was doing by saying he was immunized because he knew he wasn't gonna receive any further pushback from the media. That being said, Aaron went on to say this.
I'm not, some sort of anti-vax flat earther. I am somebody who's a critical thinker. You guys know me, I march to the beat of my own drum. I believe strongly in bodily autonomy and the ability to make choices for your body, not to have to acquiesce to some woke culture or crazed, group of individuals who say you have to do something.
I think it's pretty clear where Aaron Rodgers stands on this whole vaccine issue, and I can't really disagree. He does bring up a lot of interesting points that he feels needs to be addressed.